This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at CES 2019. To my immediate right is Richard Steiber. He is president of Vive Port for HTC. Welcome to the program, Richard.
Thank you so much. It's really great to be here. It's an awesome show, and we're here to give you some exciting stuff around VR.
Wonderful. So HTC is doing all kinds of stuff with VR this year. First off, you got new hardware coming out and hardware to come.
Yes.
So what's the latest on the hardware side?
Yeah, so we're here to extend our leadership in premium VR. So first we have the Vive Pro that everyone loves, where we're adding eye tracking. So it's a Vive Pro Eye. It's going to be a new SKU coming to the market in Q2.
So what's the significance of eye tracking?
Yeah, so eye tracking is actually really important. There's three main things I would say. First, the way you interact in VR. I think the days where we're pointing and clicking are over, so you're just naturally going to look what you want to interact with. Second thing is that when you're social and you and I have eye contact, that's going to be so important because we're going to have our avatars, we're going to interact. So if I do this, yeah, it's a great idea, then you're going to miss that point because you don't see the eyes. And I think the third one is foveated rendering, which means that you can basically have crystal clear experience where you're watching, but the quality needs can be much less where you're not watching, so you can optimize the experience for streaming video and other things as well. And then, finally, I think for education and training, having the data where people are looking. So a good example, when Alexandra, my daughter, takes her driver's license test and she flunks, and they tell her that she didn't look over her shoulder, she will say, "I did." No, you didn't, because we have eye tracking.
So there's a lot of training advantages there where you could get all kinds of information that may not have been available before.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Now, any particular specs we should know about this other than the eye tracking?
No, I think it's the eye tracking. So those are the three main things actually. And I think enterprise customers have been asking about this. So it's training, but it's also design, it's sales. We're showing BMW here, for example. So of course they're very interested in what are customers looking at the car. So what are the features that are really interesting. So a lot of data for these brands as well.
Are we starting to see a big move in wireless as well? Or tetherless, I should say?
No, I mean, we're making sure that all of our devices are wireless with a wireless adapter. So this will, of course, work for the Pro as well.
Okay, wonderful. So this is the Pro, but you're hinting at things to come.
Yes.
I hear, what is it? Something out in the Cosmos or something.
Yes.
What can you tell us?
You're absolutely right. Yeah, so we're announcing the Vive Cosmos. We're not sharing a ton of details actually, but we want to showcase it. And the Vive Cosmos is a new device targeted to broaden the audience of VR. So typically, to hit mass market, we need to have something which is very approachable, very easy to use. So the new Cosmos has inside-out tracking. It's a tethered device, but it is really
tethered. Like
you connect it to, for example, a PC. Okay. But it's really optimized for easy to put on. You don't need to set up any base stations. You basically just put it on and get started. It's also very comfortable. I have some really good specs that we will let you know further on. We're also hinting that actually you can tether it to other computing devices. So if you don't want to bring your PC with you, you might bring some other mobile or other computing device to attach it as well. So it's going to be very flexible and something approachable for everyone who loves VR.
So let me ask an open-ended question for you here, a little conspiracy theory, if you will. Conspiracy is not the right word. Normally what happens is when we have a device like this, we connect it to a PC or it's a mobile device, like a standalone device. Are we looking towards a future where we can effectively choose the processing power? Like, so we're on the go, we have our device that we use for mobile, and then when we're at home and we have access to powerful machinery, we change according to that machinery. Do you think we're headed in that direction?
I think, what we're seeing more and more, especially this year, is the new category of standalone devices. So I do think that's going to be an important one. I think we see that premium VR PCs here for sure. We don't have much faith in the mobile VR where you stick your mobile phone. We don't believe that that's a great experience for anyone. However, we do think that there is this kind of dual mode opportunity where in some cases you need the power PC computing, but maybe if you bring it with you, you can have something less computing. It doesn't have to be a mobile phone, it could be something else as well.
Now, I noticed, of course, the Pro has 2 cameras in front of it, and we've talked about this before. Yeah. It's come up, it's public about augmented reality. Is that of strategic importance to HTC as well?
So we truly believe that we have this virtual reality continuum. So you start in the real world, you have this sort of augmented mixed reality world, and you can be fully immersed. And I think these new devices coming, like the Pro, for example, you will have some limited augmented reality capabilities, so basically using the cameras as you suggest. So I think we'll see that absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Now, what I've seen this year, perhaps even more so than previous years with HTC, is a very strong focus on professional applications of virtual reality and immersive technology.
Yeah.
Can you talk about some of the things you're doing in that space?
Yeah, so it's interesting how enterprises recently have picked up what the opportunities are. So we're going after both sales, so BMW selling cars, but also design, so a lot of design applications. But actually training has probably been the one that is taking off the most, and it's because of you have so much sensory input, so the recall from your experience, even like your body, is so high. And with eye tracking, of course, you can track if they learn, but also you can test them in VR as well. So I think that's something we're definitely going to go after, and I think it's a great opportunity.
So we've heard about the hardware, we've heard about the content,
yes.
And I understand there's software developments as well.
Yeah, I think for me the most exciting thing is that we're making software and content much more available to everyone. So we announced the world's first unlimited subscription service, Viveport Infinity, which is kind of Netflix in VR. So instead of picking these 5 titles that you do today, you essentially have unlimited access to 500-600 titles for a low monthly fee, similar to your Spotify or your Netflix. So I think that's going to be a game changer, because what we're seeing is that consumers are experiencing much more content. There are thousands of pieces of content today, but you can't really buy them all. And also, you don't really know what to buy because there is no try before you buy. So people can now try those little shorter experiences and maybe discover things they love, but they would never have bought in the first place.
So remind me, what's the going rate for an unlimited package?
So here in the US, it's $8.99 per month. It's a free trial. And also, it's not just for the Vive. It's also already working for Oculus Rift, so it doesn't matter which headset you have. And we're launching it on Vive Day, which is April 5th. Then we're also going to make it available for Focus and all the Wave partners that we have, like Pico, Achi, Shadow, etc.
Okay, wonderful. So you got a full ecosystem there, well beyond your own hardware.
Yeah, and I think that's important because consumers might have something which is PC VR, something else on standalone, and we want to make sure that we can give them content regardless of platform or device.
Wonderful. Well, this is great stuff. Congratulations on your continued success.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to meeting up again next year. Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay. This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at CES 2019. We will, of course, be back with more. Thank you for watching.